Morning everyone, it is Friday, June 17th, and this is my first vlog. Right now I'm just sitting outside on my deck, letting my dogs out and enjoying the nice morning weather. I'm going to try to take you guys on a day-to-day basis, kind of walk you through what I'm doing today. Today's a day off, so it should be pretty cool. Going to try to work on some cosplay stuff, finish up my Kakashi cosplay, maybe go to Joann's and find some stuff for a piece that I'm missing, one of the pouches. Who knows, maybe I'll make up a tutorial on that or sell it on my store NBA account. But we'll see how it goes. Coda. Hi, girl. Come here. Come here. Okay. Hey, baby. This is my daughter, my favorite little girl. Hello, Coda. She's a German Shepherd Husky mix. If you see, she has one blue eye and one brown eye because she's so pretty. Okay, we're about to go run some errands. That's my parents' dog. That's Lacey. This one's mine. Alright guys, so we're done with errands for today. I picked some stuff up from a fabric store that was going out of business. I needed to get some stuff for that back pouch, so I was lucky enough to find some gray fabric for that. I'll show you guys later. But now I'm going to work on the leg pouch for Naruto, the side one where his kunais go. So I'll walk you guys through this one. So we have two sides, and the front and back. I'm going to cut. One of these has, there it is. I don't know if you'd see the markings, but a notch for the front. I'll show you where that goes later, so you can kind of see those lines. Cut that out, and we'll get these glued together, and I'll show you the progress in a second. Okay, so we've got the box pretty much glued together. This will later be covered in some blue or navy blue fabric to make it match the color of the rest of the outfit. I'm making the lid right now, so this is the top part and that's the flap that folds in front right here. There's some little details that go over that as well, so I'll probably add those. Then I'll coat it in fabric, and then I'll add the snap button right here and the straps on the back. So that's all we have left to do, and we should be good to go on this pouch. Okay, so we've got the pouch almost done. So we have the straps on, the fabric's on top. Here's the flap that goes in front. I have to add the snap button on that. Some of these small details I'll add later, but first we're going to the gym, so see you in a bit. Alright, so we finished, basically finished the whole pouch for the leg. I have a couple things I need to do on it still, but I'm going to wait until later because I have to put a snap button on the front here. Here, let me lay it out for you guys real quick. So, here's the pouch. Here's the lid to the pouch. So this goes right here. You can see the detail lines on it there. Some extra foam covered in some more fabric. But like I was saying, I have to put a snap button here, which I'm going to wait to attach the lid to the pouch until that's on there, just so I can put it on here easily. Then I'll glue this on, and then I'll put the Velcro on here, and it'll be done. And that was a quick project, quick build. I have the fabric for the back pouch, which I got today. It's really good. It's really thick fabric. It's really canvasy. It's nice light gray, kind of tan, but that's the color I was hoping for, which I got lucky and found it. So I'll be making this for the back pouch, or using this to make the back pouch. Yeah, let's get to it. It is Sunday, June 19th, Father's Day, and we're here. I'm working on my headband for my Kakashi cosplay for Anime Expo coming up in like 2 weeks. I've got it laid out. I've got some fabric cut, and we're going to try to
draw out the pattern, and then add the headband plate that Suki Cosplay got me. It's around here somewhere. We'll get it when we get there. And currently, living situation, and this room is a mess just because of all of my crap flying around. We've got all my clothes in one corner, all my cosplay stuff in another corner. Tons of stuff is going on. And if you can see, I'm watching some Legend of Zelda gameplay from the Breath of the Wild. I'm really excited about this game. Gonna have to buy a Wii U for this. It's gonna be fun. Can't wait for it to come out. So I'm gonna work on this. We're gonna finish this up, and then we are almost done with the whole cosplay. And I'll show you a big reveal at the end of it. It's been kind of a long week, and I kind of vlogged little bits of the week. Different days, different things, different projects, and then we're wrapping it up with my dad's birthday today, or it was tonight. Little update, it's about 11 o'clock on Saturday night, and I finished up pretty much everything I needed to do for my cosplay for Anime Expo coming up, which I'm leaving next Thursday, so that'll be exciting. And I'm very excited to vlog for that. That'll be my first convention that I'm vlogging at. But I decided that I would do a Q&A. So if you have been following my Instagram, you may have posted one of your questions on the Q&A or on my Facebook or whatever. And so we're going to go through that, read some of those off, and I'll answer some questions for you guys. What was my first cosplay? Why did I pick the character? If you've been following me for a while, you'll probably know that my first cosplay was Kakashi. It was his Jonin version, kind of like the one I'm doing now, except I didn't make it at all. I used my real hair with the colored hairspray and kind of spiked it in the correct direction. I bought a Jonin vest and a headband, and I had some athletic pants. And I think I made the shoes, but I'm pretty sure they fell apart at the convention or before the convention. It didn't turn out super well. But I don't know. It was fun. It was a good first cosplay. And I picked it just because he's been my favorite character from any anime from all time. So that's an easy one. What inspired me to become a cosplayer? I became a cosplayer because a friend of mine told me about a convention called NakaCon. It's in Kansas City, in the area that I live, and he invited me to go, and we figured if we're going to go, we might as well go all out. So we dressed up. I did Kakashi, and he did Sasori from Naruto as well. And we went all out, and it was a blast, and then it kind of escalated from there. We went every year. I did the same cosplay twice, so one in each year. I did the same cosplay the first time, and then I did it again the second year. Just because I was, again, new to it, and I didn't really have the passion for it. I didn't really want to create anything new at the time. I just thought it was a fun hobby to do. So we went for that, and then eventually I decided maybe I want to try something else, and I started making my own costumes. I think I did Dante from DMC, the new one, and then it just kind of rolled from there. Would you be willing to do a gender-bent version of Kagome for your girlfriend's Inuyasha? Yeah, we've actually talked about this before. This is one of those cosplays where it's like, if I don't really have anything else going on, I'll make it, and it'll just be a fun photo shoot and fun thing to do, made it for a small convention. But the idea would be, instead of a schoolgirl outfit, it'd be a schoolboy outfit, so the suit, the sport jacket, the tie, what have you. That's kind of a lot to make for a cosplay that I don't have a whole lot of drive to do. So if I run out of ideas or don't have anything planned, that's something that I'd be interested in doing. Or if someone wants to make it for me, or if I buy it, I'd be up for that too. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Where did you get your Kakashi cosplay? The first one I did, I bought the Jonin one. The first Anbu one I made, but it was just kind of mediocre. And then I remade the vest, and I remade the wig and the forearm armor, and so I think it turned out to be much better. I made those second ones. A lot of people ask me if I buy it, I make that. What's your favorite cosplay, and how long have you been cosplaying? I've been cosplaying for 5 years. I think that's right. Seriously now, for only like 2 years. 2 or 3 years. But I have been cosplaying for about 5 years. My favorite one, gosh, I like each one for a different reason. I loved my Genos cosplay because of how fast I made it and how many different I'm looking at it right now. That's what this is. How many different techniques it used. It used a lot of electronics, a lot of craft foam. That was one of the first times I got to use craft foam. And I made it in 2 weeks. And there were so many late nights, and there was so much passion driven into that cosplay that I love wearing it. But it is a pain in the butt, just all the armor to lug around. And I tell you what, every time I wore it, lights broke. And to this day, I'm pretty sure all of the lights are broken on it. And I just wear it just anyway, even though it's dysfunctional. It's because I love it and it's fun to do. And I also love my Kakashi cosplay. It was one of the ones, again, he's my favorite character, so I have a lot of passion for it. I've redone it so many times. I keep doing different versions of him. It's hard to steer away from your favorite character. What's your favorite character and jutsu from Naruto? Bet you can't guess. Write in the comments. Who's my favorite character? And do you like the X-Men movies? Yeah, I love X-Men movies. I haven't seen the newest one. I haven't seen Apocalypse. I'm a big fan of the storyline. I've seen all the other ones multiple times. I'm a big comic book fan, so I kind of delve into both worlds, anime and comic books and video games. So hit me up if you want to talk about comics. I know my stuff. What's your best cosplay you've done so far? Best is kind of relative. It depends on what you're talking about. My most challenging cosplay was probably Gilgamesh. It's so much armor. So much armor, and something I was not mentally ready to tackle, or skill-wise I wasn't really prepared on what I was doing. So that was pretty tough. That was really challenging. And then again, Genos was really challenging because I made it in such a short amount of time. I had to make it in such a short amount of time if I wanted to finish it. And then again, also my Jonin Kakashi, the one that I'm remaking for Anime Expo, that's actually 95% done, was a huge pain in the butt just because his Jonin vest, I actually made a tutorial for it, but that vest was difficult. I restarted I think 3 times, and I had so many errors and seam ripping sessions, and it was just a nightmare. That thing was a nightmare to finish. Is there any con around the world that you want to go to, or a certain city? I'd love to go to Dragon Con. I hear that's a huge, like a mecca for cosplayers. So that'd be fun. And I'd really love to be able to go to any of the conventions that are outside of the United States. There's a ton in Europe. There's some big ones in Europe, and I know a lot of international cosplayers go to that, and I think that'd be a blast to go to. Are there any new characters that you're planning to cosplay in the future? Always. Ugh, the list goes on and on. I would love to cosplay Zack Fair from Final Fantasy VII, Crisis Core. That'd be huge. I'd love to cosplay Link someday, multiple versions of Link. Some small characters from Naruto. I'd really like to do Pain and Kimimaro. Those are two of my other favorite characters from that show. And tons more. I have a list. If you follow my Instagram, you've seen my dream cosplays, and you'll know that I have a bunch that I'd like to do. So check that out if you haven't seen it. If you could spend a week with one of your favorite characters, who would it be? What would you do? It would be, the typical answer would say something like Kakashi because he's my favorite character, but actually it would be Might Guy from Naruto. And the reason being is because Guy Sensei is a crazy trainer, and I'm really into fitness, and I love to work out with him. That would be my thing. He would push me to the brink, and I'd die, and it'd be a blast, but Guy Sensei, that's who I'd choose. Are there any cosplays you want to improve? If so, how and which cosplays? Absolutely. I don't think I've finished a cosplay and been like, it's perfect. There's always things that you can improve on. Like, for example, my Anbu Kakashi, I remade the wig, the vest, and the arm guards, and the pants, and, I just had to improve it because I wanted to do better, and I knew I could do better. Right now, I really want to improve my Genos. I'd love to learn better wiring techniques, and I kind of just threw scraps together, and I was like, it works a little bit, and then I wore it once, and it failed, and now everything is ripping apart, so it's sad, but that's one that I'd love to fix up, is his anti-Saitama armor, the black and orange armor. I'd like to put my some good electronics in that and make it so I don't break it every time I wear it. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball GT, or Dragon Ball Super? Dragon Ball Z. That's it. Gogeta's my man, and then Gohan after that. All right. Besides cosplay, what are your passions? Fitness is probably my biggest passion. I'm a martial arts instructor, so I've been doing martial arts for a long time. That's obviously in the fitness industry, but I also really like the bodybuilding, the aesthetic fitness. That's something I do all the time. I'm really strict with my diet and my training regimen, so that's probably my biggest passion outside of cosplay. What's your favorite Naruto couple, and what was the saddest Naruto death for you? I'm a big Naruhina fan. I love it. I ship it, and it's great. And the saddest death for me was Jiraiya, but not in the anime or the manga. In Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, I believe it was 3, maybe 2. I don't know. One where it ends with pain, the pain fight. That, when you watch Jiraiya die in that game, oh my god, the tears. The man tears, the sadness is strong. I was playing with my friend, and there was a line Jiraiya says, "Stop trying," or "Give up trying to make me give up," as he's fighting pain and he's dying, and he makes Rasengan, and then he expands it like 1,000 times. Oh, the feels in that game. Manly tears were shed. Is Kakashi your best cosplay? Best to who? To me? Yeah, probably. That's the one I'm most known for. But, I mean, you might think another one is my best. You might think Ren is my best one, or Gilgamesh is my best one, or Genos or someone. But, again, I don't know. I like Kakashi the most, so I put the most heart into his cosplays, I think. Who taught you how to make cosplay, or did you learn on your own? And if you learned on your own, how? I taught myself how to make cosplay. My mom taught me a little bit of sewing. When I was younger, I had her help me with my first Blue vest, the white one. And after that, when I remade it, I did it myself. I tried it myself for the first time with some of her guidance, some tutorials, and then she, was kind of watching over my shoulder as I did it. And I did an okay job, so I kind of progressed from there. Some things you just gotta try. When I made Gilgamesh, he's made almost entirely out of foam, EVA foam, and Wonderflex. And I've never used Wonderflex before. And I dove right into making a full body suit of armor, the golds on the outside. It was all new. Everything was new. Wig styling was new. Armor making was new. Wonderflex, the thermoplastics, it was all stuff I was unfamiliar with. And I feel like the best way to learn something is to just go for it. Just to pick something, and you can even start small. I took on a huge project. This was probably unwise, but it worked out in the end. Start small, practice, and get something that you are interested in doing, and just go for it. If you make mistakes, that's the best way to learn. I can't tell you how many times I've made mistakes and been like, that's how you do it. Now that I know how not to do it, here's the right way. So just try things. You just gotta try. And that concludes this Q&A. Thank you guys for watching my first vlog. I hope you liked it. I hope that you guys give me suggestions for what you want to see in the future. And I'll see you guys at Anime Expo next Thursday. That's going to be exciting. Cool. Thanks. See you then.